in Ibadan drew party leaders and supporters from across the state. Among the groups that formally joined the APM was the Olumba Social Political Forum (OSPF), led by its convener, Chief Akinola Olumide, popularly known as Oluyole. Local government areas formally announced their defection to the APM. Welcoming the new members, the party's governorship candidate, Honorable Bimbo Adekombi, appreciated them for their confidence reposed in his leadership and assured them that they had joined a movement committed to people-centered governance. Speaking on behalf of the defectors, convener of the Olumba Socio-Political Forum, Chief Akinola Olumide, said the decision to leave their former political parties was informed by their conviction that Honorable Adekombi possesses the leadership qualities needed to sustain Oyo State development.
The Oyo State Head of Service, Dr. Adenike Fashino, has reaffirmed the commitment of the state government to the welfare and well-being of retired executive secretaries and general managers. Dr. Fashino gave the assurance while receiving members of the Association of Retired Executive Secretaries and General Managers in the state who paid her a courtesy visit. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olalekan Sulaiman.
Members of the Association of Retired Executive Secretaries and General Managers, led by the Vice Chairman of the Association, Mr. Dotun Omakemi, on Friday, paid a courtesy visit to the newly appointed Oyo State Head of Service, Dr. Adenike Fashino, in her office at the State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Welcoming the delegation, Dr. Fashino expressed appreciation for the visit and congratulatory message. She assured the retirees that the Oyo State government remains committed to the welfare of its retired senior officers and acknowledged the request presented by the association. The head of service pledged to give the issue raised the necessary attention through appropriate government channels, stressing that government is a continuum. She also reaffirmed her commitment to fairness, equity, and justice in addressing matters affecting retired executive secretaries and general managers.
On your request, sir, let me just say I've noted it. What is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. We have all contributed our quota and we are still contributing, paying our dues, washing over our bits. But the one that has been committed onto your hands, you have done it diligently. You have delivered. I think you are worthy of whatever is good and that is attached to the office. It won't give up easily, even though it looks bleak, but we should still have apply faith. I want to learn our peers, not they call them to come and pick their vehicles.
Earlier, the Vice Chairman of the Association, Mr. Dr. Makemi, described Dr. Fashino's appointment as a round peg in a round hole, saying her wealth of experience and professionalism made her well suited for the office. Mr. Makemi pledged the continued support and cooperation of the association to the head of service and the Oyo State government. He also appealed to Dr. Fashino to present the association's pending welfare request to the appropriate authorities for favorable consideration.
You're known for equity, fairness, and justice. So whatever that God can use you, so that indeed that we'll see ourselves also as an accounting officers. So as it has been done for our colleagues, whatever you can do, we have written a letter to that effect to the office of the secretary to the state government. So, and we've been looking forward that one day, maybe a call will come from your office and say, come and pick your own vehicles.
Special prayers were later offered for divine wisdom, strength, and successful tenure for Dr. Fashino as the head of service. Among members of the association on the courtesy visit were 3 former general managers of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, Mr. Kunle Junaid, Mr. Goki Adelakun, and Mr. Tunde Ajayi. Others included Princess Olaide Ladipo, Mrs. Adenike Okwade, Comrade Emmanuel Ogundiran, Mr. Boyega Makinde, and Mrs. Nancy Muraino. Olalekan Sulaiman, BSS News.
The Anambra State Police Command has said that a teacher, Mrs. Dim Ebere, 47, who allegedly flogged a 12-year-old boy to death, has voluntarily turned herself in. The unfortunate incident occurred at a school in Adazi, Eno, Anocha, local government area of the state. The police had earlier launched a manhunt for the suspect after the 12-year-old boy reportedly died from injuries allegedly sustained during the flogging. Mrs. Ebere has, however, since reported to the Nene police station in the same local government area. In a statement issued today, the police command spokesperson, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, said the suspect is currently in police custody and will be transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, in Oka. He urged members of the public to remain calm and refrain from taking the law into their own hands.
The Niger State Ministry of Health has confirmed a suspected outbreak of diphtheria in the Fadipe area of Mina, with a child allegedly dead. 2 others are said to be receiving treatment as health authorities intensify efforts to contain the disease. The disclosure was made at a 2-day training on infection prevention and control (IPC) and the case management during disease outbreaks organized by the United Nations Children's Fund (UNICEF) with funding from the United States government. Speaking with journalists, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) Representative Dr. Ali Wada Haliyu said the agency had strengthened collaboration with the Niger State government to curb the outbreak and improve disease surveillance and response. He said the NCDC has commenced training and equipping infection prevention and control vocal persons with facility-specific preparedness and response plans in line with the national guidelines. Also speaking, the Director of Public Health at the Niger State Ministry of Health, Dr. Ibrahim Idris, confirmed that the suspected cases were reported, noting that preliminary investigations indicate the illness as likely diphtheria.
Let's now go over to Sports Studio for the latest update from the exciting world of sports with Oluyole Ogunmola.
Good evening and welcome to the sports segment. I am Oluyole Ogunmola.
Benin Insurance have completed the signing of forward Suraj Lawal. The Benin Arsenal announced Lawal's arrival at an unveiling ceremony in Benin City. Lawal joined Benin Insurance on a 1-year contract. The energetic forward was on the books of Abia Warriors last season. Lawal scored 3 goals for Abia Warriors in the last season. He is expected to play a major role under Kennedy Boboye next season. Nigeria's under-20 national team, the Flying Eagles, will begin the defense of their WAFU B under-20 championship title against Ghana's Black Satellites on Sunday, 27th of July in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire. The Group B encounter will kick off at 2 p.m. local time. It will be a repeat of the 2024 WAFU B under-20 championship final in Lome, where Nigeria defeated Ghana 2-1 to lift the title. The Flying Eagles will return to action on Wednesday, July 30, when they take on Togo's Junior Sparrowhawks at the same venue. Nigeria will conclude their Group B campaign against Burkina Faso's Young Stallions on Saturday, August 2, with the match also taking place at the same venue. The team, led by head coach Abdoumai Kaba, is expected to depart Nigeria on Monday. Nigeria's preparations for the 2026 WAFCON suffered a setback on Friday after the Super Falcons' much-anticipated pre-tournament friendly against Ghana's Black Queens, popularly dubbed the Jollof Derby, was called off. The Super Falcons' official account on X confirmed the cancellation of the friendly game on Friday, which had been scheduled for Saturday, July 18, in Casablanca. The cancelled fixture, which would have pitted Nigeria against the side they defeated in the final of the inaugural edition in 1998, was expected to serve as a valuable test for head coach Justin Madugu and his squad ahead of the continental showpiece. Nigeria opened their training camp in Casablanca on Monday, with head coach Justin Madugu leading the early arrivals through their first training session on Tuesday. Nigeria head into the tournament as defending and record 10-time African champions, having reclaimed the trophy in 2025. The Super Falcons have been drawn in Group C alongside Malawi, Zambia and Egypt. FIFA has appointed Slavko Vincic to referee the 2026 World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. Vincic will be joined by assistant referees Tomasz Klasnik and Andraz Kovacic. Admen McDermott of Jordan has been appointed as the fourth official for the match to be decided at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. The World Cup final will be the fourth game that Vincic will take charge of at the tournament. The Slovenian had already officiated group fixtures between Brazil and Morocco, Jordan and Algeria. He also refereed the round of 32 clash between Mexico and Ecuador.
And that's sports.
And on the foreign scene, Tuareg separatists attacked the Malian army convoy leaving the strategic northern town of Anifis today. Fighters from Tuareg separatist movement FLA and Al-Qaeda-linked group JNMIM temporarily seized the town on July 4th in the latest of a series of coordinated attacks. It was gathered that the convoy was leaving Anifis for Gao when it was attacked this morning near Tabancourt. The army was reported to have suffered heavy losses, even though the rest of the convoy was able to continue. Recent violent clashes in Anifis left around 30 Malian soldiers dead and about 60 wounded, according to the official toll released on July 12th by the General Staff. On July 10th, the Malian army and Russian paramilitaries regained control of Anifis after several days of intense fighting.
Kuwait today said that Iran struck another of its power and water plants, leading to several power generation units being deactivated a day after a similar attack. Another electricity and water distillation plant was targeted by a hostile attack that led to a fire erupting in one of the plant's components. Kuwait's Ministry of Electricity and Water in a statement said it was the second attack on a power and water plant in as many days, with the first occurring on Friday. Kuwait's fire service said attacks by Iran today sparked blazes at two locations with several firemen and a worker injured. The country's national carrier said most of its flights were being rescheduled as air traffic had been suspended at Kuwait International Airport due to rocket and drone attacks.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. Nigeria and Ghana have agreed to collaborate and strategize to prevent crises from escalating in Africa, following recent Afrophobic protests and incidents targeting African nationals in South Africa. The agreement was reached at a meeting between Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Shola Enikolaye, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Ghana, Samuel Okuseto Abulakwa.
President Bola Tinubu's special advisor on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, has hinted that there may be agents of terrorists in the Nigerian army and the police force. Mr. Bwala made the remark on the Link Up podcast, a panel discussion hosted by Ekurum.
The Oyo State governorship candidates of the Allied People's Movement, APM, in the coming 2027 general elections, Honorable Bimbo Adekombi, took a political boost following the defection of hundreds of members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and the Accord Party.
Tuareg separatists attacked a Malian army convoy leaving the strategic northern town of Anifis today. The army was reported to have suffered heavy losses, even though the rest of the convoy was able to continue.
If you see something suspicious, alert the authorities immediately for timely response. Be vigilant. And that's all from the Newscoop Desk for now, and it was packaged by Tola Teriba and delivered by
Tabitha Komolafe
and Adetoke Olaleye. Thank you for listening, and do not forget to tune in for the Yoruba version at 8 p.m.
TS Charity ẹ̀yin tí wà ní BCOS ṣe ti gbọ́ pé BCOS ti wà lórí Naija TV app ṣe ti rí pé no be play play na be reality confam ní ẹ ṣá máa mú wa kárí ayé o BCOS to the world BCOS ilé akéde. ẹ̀yin tí wà lólúyọ̀lé FM ṣe ti gbọ́ pé a ti wà lórí radio box ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ kẹ́ máa gbọ́ wa kedere ó kilẹ̀ létí ó milẹ̀ létí Oluyole FM 98.5 Oluyole lórí radio box app. ẹ̀yin tí wà ní BCOS ṣe ti gbọ́ pé BCOS ti wà lórí Naija TV app ṣe ti rí pé no be play na reality confam ní ẹ ṣá máa wò wá kárí ayé o BCOS to the world BCOS ilé akéde. lórí àtẹ ìkànnì ayélujára Naija TV ẹ̀ka tó ń pawó wọlé commercial department tí BCOS